This is the limitless Keith Lee.
This is Brody King.
This is Angel Garza.
Will Ospreay.
Hornswoggle.
Pentagon Jr.
The Mexican Ray Phoenix.
King Ricochet.
Concrete Rose, Sunny Kiss.
And I'm here to ask you to stop what you're doing, take just one moment, and bask in the glory of the Busted Wide Open.
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 Boston Wide Open.
Busted Wide Open. Thank you.
You're listening to the Busted Wide Open podcast, dropping the elbow on the hottest topics in sports entertainment and the world of professional wrestling. With your hosts, Nick Howell and Sir Ian Dangerous. Coming to you from the Orbital Jigsaw Network Arena in sunny Southern California. Welcome, Dog Ziggler, to BWO Live, coming to you from across the Busted Wide Open universe of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. This is episode number 90 of the Busted Wide Open Mailbag, the BWO Mailbag. Yes, my name is Nick Howell.
And I am Sir Ian Dangers, and I'm almost as excited to be here as my dog is. Yes, indeed, we are here to take your questions because this is the mailbag episode. Hey. If you sent them in to our patreon.com/BWO, or you went to YouTube and signed up for one of our tiers over there, and you sent in your questions to be answered on this here very show by yours truly and Mr. Nick Howell sitting over there in the room with a giant life-size thing of Nia Jax in the corner. But yes, thank you for asking your questions. If you want to ask a question, as I said, patreon.com/BWO. You can go to YouTube, linktree.com/BWO, and sign up for one of our reward tiers, ask a question on this show. It can be about anything. It's an AMA style show, but we are a wrestling show, so typically it's about wrestling, but you can ask about us, ask about movies, ask about video games. We don't care. We'll answer anything. It's just time to have fun and relax a little bit and enjoy ourselves here on the BWO show. So, Nick, what have we got this week to answer?
We got a lot.
Okay.
So we're gonna get started. Sean Clark, the Mop Man, coming in hot at number one yet again. Hello, gentlemen and phenomenal ones. Don't sit in a rut of unhappiness and doubt. Life takes action, and if you're unhappy with it, by God, you can't just wait for changes to find you. Go out and find them. Find some activity that brings you joy. Spend that time with the people who love you. Remember that you deserve peace and joy. Believe that. Be love, be authentic, be phenomenal.
Believe that.
Believe that.
Believe that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mop Man. He says, it's BWO Fight Island. You each draft 4 wrestlers, any promotion, and battle it out with the dice. Who will be the Busted Wide Open Grand Champion? Well, that is one Dubstep Rob, who is the current BWO Grand Pick'ems Champion.
My goodness.
But I'm assuming he means for the title of Fight Island Grand Champion.
Yes.
So we have to pick 4 wrestlers each from any promotion.
Okay.
Do we want to roll for initiative of who gets to pick first?
I think we're going to have to, because otherwise I'm just going to take the best wrestler.
That's true. You're probably going to anyway.
I probably will.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I got a 6, so
natural 20 crit.
All right. Jesus Christ. I got owned.
Kenny Omega.
Owned. Oh, wow. All right. Okay.
How could you not take anybody but Kenny Omega?
I'm going to go for Drake Maverick.
What?
You heard me.
Okay. For the lulls, when we roll this off, right? I see what's going on here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All promotions, huh? Minoru Suzuki.
All right. I will. I'll go for Warhorse.
Okay. What is happening right now?
Your turn.
Let me think. I'll take the current WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. It's Fight Island, MMA background, military background. I'll take that. I'll take that on a Fight Island.
Okay. Do they have to currently be working, or did he say?
Not specified.
Did not specify. Really?
I'm assuming he says any promotion. I'm assuming I would stick with current rosters.
Okay. Dr. Britt Baker.
Okay.
Intergender. We're going intergender.
Fair enough. Okay. I guess I'll pick a woman for my fourth as well.
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. It's a free country.
Sure. I will take Thunder Rosa.
Okay. And I will finish things off with I will finish things off with Toru Yano.
Is there something that I didn't read where you're trying to throw the game to win something?
No, I just want my boy Toru Yano to be the champ.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything wrong with that? He's the great spoiler. He's the master thief. He could easily win this in real life, in kayfabe, on this island.
That's true.
Do you disagree? I thank you.
No, because I mean,
Okay.
DVDs are in rare commodity on an island, so it's always good to have extra DVDs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
And
they'd have
tape.
to have DVD players as well.
And athletic tape is probably a very rare thing to have on an island.
That's true. You can actually get them on fobs now too. If you have a computer, you can just like plug it in.
That's true.
USBs. He's smart. He's a modern man.
Yeah.
Lives in Japan. Very tech savvy.
Yeah.
All right, so we are rolling off to find out who is the grand champion of BWO Fight Island.
So are we just going down the line of? Is that how the
Just right down
bracket
the
stacks up too?
Let's just make it easy
All
on
right.
ourselves.
Who's the first
Drake
matchup?
Maverick versus Kenny Omega.
Oh God.
In the first
Oh,
round
God.
of BWO Fight Island. Drake Maverick feeling very good about his chances right now. Kenny Omega, a strong wrestler, but by no means is he unbeatable. As long as he doesn't get that one wing angel off, Drake Maverick has a chance. Let's roll to see who wins this epic match in 3, 2, 1. 13.
Oh no. A 7.
Killian Dane comes to ringside for the distraction. Kenny Omega can't see it coming. Gets rolled up. Drake Maverick wins the first round.
Drake Maverick
Oh,
beats
BWO
Kenny
Fight
Omega
Island.
on Fight Island.
Yes.
Oh God.
Anything can happen on Fight Island, Nick. Anything can happen on Fight Island. Second match of bracket 1. Minoru Suzuki facing off against Warhorse.
Oh boy.
Warhorse.
That should be a pretty good
come on.
match.
Bang your head,
Yes.
man. Bang your head. It's Warhorse versus Minoru Suzuki in 3, 2, 1. Oh, tough luck for Warhorse. A 6.
16.
Yeah, well, it is Minoru Suzuki. As good as Warhorse is, Murder Grandpa does win the day.
Look out, Drake Maverick.
Look out, Drake Maverick.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna get got. As our truth would say. Thank you. The round 3, Bobby Lashley versus Dr. Britt Baker.
Okay.
MD. In an
We don't want to
intergender
keep
match.
our ladies together.
No,
No?
what's the fun
All
in
right.
that?
All right.
You wanted to like rip off my gimmick,
All
so
right.
sorry,
All right.
your lady's going against who she's going
All right.
against. Lashley versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
My arm hurts.
Will the crutch play into this? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hang on. I got to re-roll real quick.
Okay. 16 for Dr. Britt Baker.
6.
So Lashley apparently really off his game. Kofi is really in Lashley's head. Dr. Britt Baker distracts the referee. Reba hits Lashley in the back of the head with a crutch. Lashley goes down. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, going on to the next round. My goodness. I sense that you're disquieted over there, Nick. Is there a problem here, right?
I'm going along with it. I see what's going on here,
It's
Penguin.
all right. Okay. Thunder Rosa versus Toru Yano. This would be a match I would actually really
Yeah,
watch.
I would watch the shit out of this.
Out of all of these, well, Suzuki Warhorse would be really great too. Britt Baker, Bobby Lashley would just be really awkward. Thunder Thunder Rosa versus Toriano in 3, 2, 1, an 8.
A 10.
Oh, Thunder Rosa pulling through.
So we do get the matchup
She's
after
able to.
all.
Yes, we do. Look at that. It's like it's meant to be. Nick, the dice never fail. She's able to see through Toriano's bullshit and ends up hopping her way back to the ring, covered in trainer's tape, makes it back in time. Toriano's stuck outside. Moving on to the next round. We've got Drake Maverick versus Minoru Suzuki.
Come on, Dice.
Somebody gonna die.
Come on, Dice.
Minoru Suzuki versus
If he
Drake
doesn't
Maverick.
win here, he's going to come kill us both. You know that, right?
Yeah, you're actually probably right. Come on, Dice, don't let us die. In 3, 2, 1. Come on, Rockstar Spud. 18 for Rockstar Spud. Is that 17?
17.
Yeah, 17. Wow. Within an inch of his life, Drake Maverick gets beaten to a bloody pulp. He's got one arm left. Both his legs are broken, yet somehow he manages to beat Minoru Suzuki.
His head shaved.
Holy
he's been
crap.
depantsed, and somehow he's still.
He's been depantsed.
He's pissed himself.
Moves on
And somehow he
Moves
still beats
on.
Minoru Suzuki.
to the final round. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa is next. A match we've seen before. We know it's going to be a classic. This time, maybe more thumbtacks. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Jesus Christ. Britt Baker, critical fail, rolls a 1.
7.
7. Doesn't matter. Thunder Rosa pulls out the win in the rematch. Britt Baker now 0-2 against Thunder Rosa, which means our finals. Our finals for Fight Island, BWO Fight Island, Thunder Rosa versus Drake Maverick, who's still wounded from his match with Minoru Suzuki, barely hanging on, severe blood loss.
And Kenny
Missing a
Omega,
couple
for that
of
matter.
Beat Kenny Omega and Minoru Suzuki back to back. Drake Maverick is an animal, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute animal.
That is honey badger status. That is.
He is an animal. I've been telling you, when he's not pissing his pants, he'll kick your ass. Thunder Rosa versus Drake Maverick in 3, 2, 1. 11 for Drake.
15 for Thunder Rosa.
Oh, no. Thunder Rosa somehow pulls off the upset of the century against a ascendant Drake Maverick. And at the end of the day, Thunder Rosa is your winner of BWO Fight Island. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You're just happy because
I'm happy any of my people won. Good God.
you had to come back after losing Kenny Omega and Minoru Suzuki to Drake Maverick. You had to have something.
Thank you, Thunder Rosa, for pulling that out for me.
Oh,
man.
money. Here's money.
Thank you
there
very
you go.
much, Mr. Mopman. Appreciate it.
Oh, my goodness.
Next up, Marshall says, after seeing Brock Lesnar with a ponytail, I got to ask, what's your top 5 worst and top 5 best hairstyles for men wrestlers? Safe to say, this podcast has a great sense of great hair. As always, you guys remain phenomenal. Thank you very much, Marshall.
Thank you very much, Marshall.
I do
Very
know a
kind
little
of
something about hair.
you. Got a lot of
It's
it.
getting cut next week.
Oh, shaving it bald?
No. Good, healthy 5 or 6 inches is getting cut off the bottom of it. But
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness. How long is it now? How long is your
It's
hair
at
now?
least down to the bottom of my beard. It's like chest length.
Holy shit. That's insane.
It's here. While you're answering, or while you're doing yours, I'll let it down so everybody can see.
5 worst and 5 best. So worst, let's do worst first. Oh my God. You are one hairy man.
It grows.
That is a lot of
There's
hair.
a lot of hair.
Thick hair too. Good Lord. My God.
Ugh. It looks like shit, but whatever.
You got wrestler hair,
Yeah.
man. That's or either that or like heavy metal frontman
Yeah.
hair.
Well, yeah. All right. I would
Yeah.
go like bass player, because I'm
Nah, that's
just over
front-
there whipping it around.
Nah, that's frontman.
That's
hair
frontman?
there.
All right.
That's frontman
All right.
hair. Take it from
I'll
me.
take it.
That's frontman.
I'll take it.
In my band, my frontman had the best hair. So trust me. It's just how it works.
It's a
Somehow.
very expensive hobby. Keeping this much hair.
Worst hair ever. The first name that pops to my head is Kiwi. That's just the worst thing I've ever seen. Google it. Google it right now.
How
Nick.
do you spell that?
KWEE space Wee. WEE. Quee Wee.
Oh my
From
God.
WCW. You don't remember him?
Yeah.
He's actually a pretty good wrestler.
He had the crazy like side mohawk thing. What in the
Yeah,
hell
like
is
a
going
double,
on?
double like spiked mohawk, feathery Kid Icarus looking thing.
Good God. Ugh. All right. I don't know if I'd call that. I mean, that's worst if that's what you're voting for.
What's worse than that? Aside from Red Rooster, who I'll also throw in there.
Well, shit. I don't know. Now that you put me on the spot, I don't know. What's worse than that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how do we do 5 worst hairstyles? Like, I don't know that there are that many worst hairstyles.
I've got a bunch off the top of my head. When we're in Rocky Maivia, with that weird whatever the hell that was, spongy thing on the top of his head. What was that?
I don't know.
It was crazy. It was like a chia pet came to life. Baron Corbin before he shaved his head, when it looked like Venom had vomited on his head.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I always hated Road Dogg's hair.
I can remember Triple H when he had the very straight long hair, and I always thought that was a bad look for him. But he normally kept it up in a ponytail when he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
The hair was really good. It just wasn't his best look. Like what you mean, like when it was dry, like the dry long hair.
Yeah, and it looked like a beautiful blonde girl.
Fine, but it was it was a bad haircut for him. I don't know about worst ever. Have you ever seen Early Fit Finley?
No.
Google
it. I
it.
need to look it up.
Early Fit Finley.
Early Fit Finley.
It looks like it's kind of like in the Baron Corbin school of hair. Only the mustache makes it much worse.
Oh God. Oh, he totally had like the porn stash going on with a mullet.
Just the porniest of porn stash. Now, this is the thing. I didn't want to include any mullets. Like, you could have easily said early Shawn Michaels hair or like Lance
hair
Storm.
Was glorious.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, mullets, I'm like Pillman's hair. Like, mullets are great. I have no problem with mullets, right? It's the national hairstyle of Canada and of parts of Australia, so I hear. So I don't want to.
And the South for about 5 minutes in the 90s.
That's true. Yeah. I had a mullet as a child as well. So no, mullets aren't automatically on this list. This is just bad hairstyles. Like Kane, when he first took his mask off and he had like half his head was shaved on the front. It was just weird. It's just weird, but it was supposed to be, so I can't count that because it's like it's supposed to be bad, you know?
Yeah.
I'm stuck on like long hair and balding right now. Like Paul Heyman when he refused to cut his greasy ponytail.
I got one.
He always had to wear a hat.
John Cena when he let his hair grow out and he looks like Ernest.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. But yeah,
because he had the high and tight, kind of the Marine high and tight there for a while. But when he grows it out and he just looks like JBL and Ernest's love child, like
that was bad.
No.
Was it? Who had the little like mustache on their forehead? Was it? It was Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd had that, yeah.
Right, he had nothing except
it was like a little
tiny
spike strip right in front of his forehead.
Yeah, it was like a porn star's pubes on his forehead. It was just so gross.
I'm not a big fan of mohawks. I never thought the mohawk and like braids in the little
like
Sheamus had the little jingly janglies in his beard.
It was very Nordic. I dug it.
Yeah.
I don't mind mohawks. I didn't mind Taker's mohawk. I like mohawks. Taker had a mohawk like I used to have mohawks. I used to have a short mohawk like Taker at one point too. Like I don't have a problem with mohawks.
Yeah.
As a general, kind of like mullets, where I'm like, it's a strong choice, but it's not inherently bad. I would take them over white boy braids any day. Like British Bulldog, Road Dog. I'll take mohawks over white boy braids any day.
I think my piece de resistance of bad hair is going to be Michael Cole's frosted tips in the late 90s.
Ooh.
No.
Oh,
no.
Damn. Oh, you might have me there. Those were really bad. And the worst thing about it, Nick, it, I had those same things at the same time.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yes. I'm embarrassed to admit. That was actually the thing that made me stop doing it.
The only other one that I could come up...
I saw Michael Cole do it, and I went, this has got to go.
Between him and Justin Timberlake, right? NSYNC.
I think it was Lance. Lance from NSYNC. Yeah, NSYNC in general. Yeah. They were the land of frosted tips. Right. So that's all we just listed.
Well, I mean, the honorable mention I'll throw in there is Scotty Too Hottie with the troll doll hair coming through the hat.
But it worked for him.
It did.
You know what I mean? Like, it was bad, but it totally worked. I can't say that was bad. Even Rikishi with the weird greasy bleached hair was fine. It worked for him.
What about Y2J Top Pony?
No, that was epic.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be bad. Intentionally bad haircuts. Like I said, Kane, if it's intentionally bad, it doesn't count.
Road Dogg's cornrows?
That's what I mentioned them like 3 times already. Yeah. Okay. We got to do best ones. Best hairstyles. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Bald?
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's
he's had several. He had long blonde hair.
Work with me. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kurt Angle, after shaving his head. Vince McMahon. No, I don't. Would you go with me? It's a joke.
Okay, I get it.
All right. Best haircuts. Best hairstyle.
You know whose hair I always loved, and I might get some shit for this?
Oh no.
Enzo Amore.
You know, Nick,
the
I actually
leopard
remember a time
in the side and the spiky blonded hair on the top. I really dig it. I think that's it's unique. It stands out. I thought it was fantastic.
I remember a time when I had respect for you. When I actually thought you were kind of cool.
Oh, no. Oh.
And then this comes along.
Oh.
And you got to go break my heart. Why you got to break my heart, man?
Your achy breaky heart.
I cut my hair one time because someone told me I looked like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh no!
Like, cut it off! Cut it off!
Shave it all.
Oh man. Okay. Best hair. I mean, can we say early Shawn Michaels? Because
best mullet in the game.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious. Rick Rude too.
Oh, Rick Rude had a legendary mullet.
Let's just take like number one for like best mullet. Let's just say mullet. Best mullet of all time.
It's got to be Shawn Michaels for me. It's got to be.
There is, oh God, I know I'm forgetting an absolutely epic one.
Pillman Jr. is really giving him a run for his money right now as well.
Pillman Jr. is building.
His mullet game is on point.
His mullet resume is coming along quite nicely. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm spacing on one. I'm gonna find that picture. It's a more obscure wrestler, and I'm completely spacing on him right now, and I feel awful. But his mullet was magnificent. I can almost place him. Okay, for right now, I'll allow Shawn Michaels or Razor Ramon had a pretty good one for a while there too. But Rick Rude, I think, beats him just with fluffiness. He was like a really jacked Hall & Oates. Was it Hall or was it Oates who had the big, like the black mustache?
I think it was Oates that had the mustache, yeah.
Oates? Yeah, he looked like a big jacked Oates.
Yeah. You know who always stands out for me for best hair is going to be British Bulldog's braids, the beaded braids.
I literally just put them on my worst list.
What? No.
Were you not listening?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
It's like half the time.
So glad you have microphones and headphones on this show and you listen to what I'm saying.
We were talking about oh gosh, Sheppy came in with the tier 1 sub for 12 months.
What's up, Sheppy?
Oh man, that means you get a little
Good.
Ooh, special piece of chicken. You get the bucket now. Oh my goodness.
He's on vacation at Panama City Beach. He's staying right down from the old club La Vida, not Latina, from MTV Spring Breaks.
Panama.
I remember that.
What was Daisy Fuentes? Club MTV.
Daisy?
Daisy Fuentes.
Daisy Fuentes. Oh, Daisy.
But not to be outdone, Jacob also resubscribed with tier 1 for 11 months. He gets a little bit of
Good.
Chicken. Thank you very much, Jake. Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for the subs. Where do you stand on Honky Tonk Man's pompadour?
Ooh, I went pretty good. That's a pretty good pump.
Yeah. Throw in the mullet chops as well, and that's a good look.
We didn't talk facial hair. Can we talk about Jerry Lawler's stupid goatee thing as far as bad facial hair? Because that was bad. It's up there with Enzo Amore for bad facial hair.
Okay. I want to throw a nod to like so I don't really like spiked mohawks, but I do like the strip. I am a fan of that in certain cases. Undertaker, terrible. Road Warriors, amazing.
Yeah, and they had weird hair. Like Hawk had the Kiwi, but it looked awesome.
But he had
on
like
him.
the side one.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Who else had good hair?
Ric Flair. How can we not say Ric Flair? 1989, bleached blonde, flowing locks.
Yeah.
Just Ric Flair.
Oh, one of the best of all time.
That might be the number one hair ever in wrestling.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic hair. Yeah, no, for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know who else I'm gonna throw in there? This is weird. Carlito.
Yeah. The fro.
His hair is amazing. Yeah. Amazing hair on that dude. I'm also really impressed with John Morrison's head of hair.
Oh,
he's always had a really good hair. And the things he does with it are really fun too.
However they're spray painting the drip in the side of it.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic.
Let's see.
I got to give Seth Rollins a hat tip as well. He's got gorgeous hair.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles has gorgeous soccer mom hair.
As long as Seth, AJ Styles has an amazing head of hair.
Does.
Amazing.
He needs to be doing Pantene commercials,
He does. Anyone who can wrestle with their hair dry has a goddamn good head of hair. Like Seth can't wrestle with his hair dry because even with his hair wet, he turns into a frizz ball.
So do I.
Halfway through every match. Right? Edge. Jesus Christ. You talk about a head of hair. Edge. Mother of God. I'd actually put Jericho on this list too. Roman Reigns. Jesus Christ, the wad of follicles on that guy's noggin are unreal. Yeah, that's got to be on there.
I can't think of any more.
Did you see the picture of Sid Vicious with his hair straightened?
No, hang on. I got to Google that. Sid Vicious, straight hair.
Careful. You easily become the Sex Pistols. Oh, he's talking about soccer mom look.
Oh my God. No. Keep the curls, Sid.
Buddy.
No.
Also, Kevin Nash, big sexy Kevin Nash.
That's a good one.
Hell of a head of hair.
All right, I think that's about 27 of them.
I think so. All right, you got a lot of hair.
There's a lot of hair going on in wrestling.
A lot of hair.
Thank you very much, Marshall. Next up, Jacob Uhas says, hello, y'all. I was wondering how does a low amount of title defenses tarnish a long title reign? Oh, I was wondering, does a low amount of title defenses tarnish a long title reign, such as Walter and Nick Aldis? Have a good week. Thank you, Jacob. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, that really depends on how nitpicky you want to be about it. You look at like actual sports, and you've got guys who've got long title reigns, but like 3 or 4 defenses.
Right.
Because it takes a long time to train up for them. So like, it's not, in wrestling, when it's storytelling, it's completely up to the promoter, the booker, how often they want their champion to actually have these matches for the titles.
Right.
And it's how they want to tell the story. And if you want to have it feel more like an actual sport, and have it be something where you've got to really work to earn a title shot against this dominant champion, then it feels more like an epic moment when you finally get that title match. So I think if done well, if done right, having a champion who So Brock Lesnar, we gave him a lot of crap for never being there on the weekly shows. And largely, I think that was because there were so many shows. There was so much programming without the champ. And that actually took away from the programming. And we knew it was just because he didn't want to go on the road.
Yeah.
So if you know a bit of the backstage stuff, in that sense, it hurts the story because we know it's not because of story purposes. They're not actually trying to build up to the champion. It's because of money reasons, contract concerns, and because the person in question doesn't want to work. In the case of Walter, I feel like they are intentionally building him up as a final boss of NXT UK.
Yeah.
And they've, Pete Dunne was the same way. He didn't have a ton of title defenses either.
Yeah, he was champ for like 17
boss.
years or something before he ever lost it.
He was the final boss for a while. Now Walter's that final boss. So I think to basically answer your question, Jacob, I don't think I think the only way it would tarnish it is if the title defense itself is a letdown. Like Nick Aldis has had some questionable title defenses.
True.
It's time to get the title off of Nick Aldis. The problem is I think that they had the issue in NWA of the pandemic completely shutting them down. So for them, everything got stalled. And I think if we'd kept on, Nick Aldis would have already lost the title if everything had been going forward as regularly. And if he doesn't lose the title within a year from now, assuming that would have been what they would have done anyway last year, then I'll eat my words and NWA is booking him improperly. But I don't, to answer his basic question, it doesn't inherently tarnish a title reign to have low defenses. It's what they do in between those defenses. It's how they build up the champion in those times. It's how they present them. It's not the actual number. It's not a hard number thing. Like title champion has to have this many defenses in this period of time.
Okay. Yeah.
You agree?
I agree. I agree. It's all about the booking. I actually like long title reigns. I think we've become accustomed by being WWE fans or viewers. We become accustomed to quick title changes. And I don't think there's many other places that do title changes anywhere near that quickly. But yeah, I actually like stories. I want it to feel like a big deal when somebody finally wins the title. And the problem with WWE is that we've got 2+ shows a week, plus social media. We're drowning in WWE every week. And I feel like I want longer term champions like what we're doing with Roman right now. That feels like a legitimate, and I mean, he's defending it at the same time. So it actually feels legitimized that he is holding it as long as he is. It's coming up on a year, guys, since he got it. And that's pretty monumental in terms of WWE for somebody to hold it that long.
I wonder if he'll beat CM Punk's reign just as a way to crap on CM Punk.
I think he's going to set the record.
Wouldn't surprise me.
100% think he's going to set the record.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And I think they're doing the same thing with Walter. Right? They're just making it they're having multiple people out there that can not only, stick it to Punk, but I mean just establish that, hey, we've got long-term legends, future legends that are going to go down as some of our biggest guys. We remember Walter from PWG, from Evolve, from everywhere else he's worked. WCPW,
WXW.
He's going to be known as the longest reigning NXT UK champion when it comes down to it. And I think that's what it's about. So, I like a good long-term reign. I don't really care how many times they defend it, frankly. It needs to mean something when they do, and it needs to mean something when they lose. And as long as you do that, I'm fine with it. Good?
All right.
Yep.
Good.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Next up, Mr. Martin Welch says, good day, gents. I hope all is well and you're part of the BWO-iverse.
Not bad.
That's good. Other than the heartache of not winning the Euros, I am good. Yes, with condolences to England. All I have to say is bring on the World Cup next year. 3 Lions will roar again. Mark me word. Right, my question is, WWE are bringing back the bragging rights pay-per-view, including NXT, men's top champs, men's mid-card champs, women's champs, men's tag titles, and women's tag titles. I want you to come up with a stipulation for each of those matches. such as Lashley versus Roman versus Cross in a last man standing match. I would throw Walter in there as well. Also, I want you to create a 6-person ladder match for the pay-per-view, 2 from each brand. Wish you all peace, love, and fried chicken. Soon to be the 3-time Boobiest champ out. Thank you, Mark.
I hope you're wearing your braid for those Euro finals.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was penalties.
Yes.
That's a rough way to go.
That's a horrible way to lose.
Horrible way to lose. Yeah, we won't get into all the controversies around everything, but it was a rough one. Hey man,
let them
considering
fight.
that England wasn't even considered to, well, they weren't even thought about before they got into this. They got all the way to the finals, so that was at least good. All right, so we're booking a whole pay-per-view here.
Oh boy,
it's funny because it sounds a little bit kind of like what they've turned Survivor Series into, a little bit, just without the trophy that they used to have
Clash
for
of
bragging
Champions.
rights. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It kind of books itself based on who's the current champions.
It does a little bit. So, all right. So, men's top champs. So, right now, let's take what we got right now. Lashley versus Roman versus Karrion Kross.
Versus Walter in a fatal 4-way.
You want all 4. You want NXT UK.
Yep. I want Walter in there.
Fatal 4-way. Just that's it. Fatal 4-way? Straight up?
I'll go fatal 4-way.
Okay.
King of the Mountain, whoever comes out on top.
Who you got?
The interesting part of fatal 4-ways, though, is that people can lose without being included in the match. I would want something that...
What do you think? Roman pins Lashley?
What if I said Walter pins Cross? Keeps your 2 main roster champions strong.
That sounds biased, but okay. Ruin Cross before he even gets going on the main roster. What you do there?
They better get him going quick because it's starting to get a little stale.
It's starting to the bloom is coming off that rose. Mid card champs. So
U.S. versus Intercontinental versus North American.
Swerve Scott versus Apollo Crews with Commander Aziz and Sheamus. What's the stipulation? I TLC match.
Yeah, that's a TLC match. Yeah, just give them. I almost want to say street fight, just to let everything go.
Swerve, Apollo, and Sheamus in a TLC match.
Yes.
Eye holes, put them in. Tag titles: AJ and Omos versus the Mysterios versus MSK. Good Lord. Tornado tag team rules is what I say.
Sorry, I missed that. I was banning somebody. What were you... say that one more time?
The Mysterios versus MSK versus AJ and Omos. I say tornado tag team rules.
Just let them go.
Let them go. No tags. Just chaos.
Chaos. Absolutely.
Chaos.
Yes.
MSK and the Mysterios alone. AJ Styles flying around with all 4 of those dudes. And then Omos just being this gigantic monolith in the middle of the storm.
Love it.
Tossing
all
those
little guys working off of him as a base.
Being a base.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Women's tag titles, and then we'll do women's champs. Women's tag titles: Natalya and Tamina versus Io Shirai and
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Ooh.
What do you do to that to make it good? Make it a ladder match and give Io Shirai something to work with to try and make everyone else look good?
Steel cage match.
What?
Yeah, put Tamina in a cage.
Put Tamina in a cage and let Io Shirai come off the top. Preferably in a garbage can again.
That's what I would do.
I'm with you. All right. And then women's champs, Raquel Gonzalez, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair, which right there is a WrestleMania main event.
I want it.
That's a WrestleMania goddamn main event. You don't need a stipulation.
Nope.
Those 3 women.
Just straight up triple threat.
Falls count. How about a falls count anywhere?
Okay. I can get on board with that.
Falls count anywhere. Yeah, falls count anywhere between those 3 absolute beasts. And then a 6-person ladder match for the pay-per-view. 2 from each brand.
Each brand?
You take Raw.
All 3 brands?
2 for each brand. Yeah. So you take Raw, I'll take SmackDown, and then we'll split NXT.
Okay. 6 people from Raw. No, 2 from each.
No, yeah, 2 from Raw. You
I
take
see what he's saying. 2 people from each brand. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Give me 2 from Raw.
Ricochet and John Morrison.
I was gonna say Big E and Sammy, but I'll say KO and Sammy because it's a ladder match. KO, Sammy, Ricochet, Morrison, and then you take 1 from NXT and I'll take 1.
Bronson Reed.
Kushida. I don't know if Bronson Reed's still. I guess he's still technically NXT
Is he
for now.
officially called up yet? Is he on the page?
Not officially. But surprised you took Bronson Reed in a ladder match with the rest of those guys. Really? Yeah. That's that your final answer? Yeah. You're not going to go Adam Cole, no. Kyle O'Reilly? No.
See our boy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Splash somebody on a ladder and snap it in half. You kidding me?
It's very Otis. All right. Well, there you go.
There you go, Marshall.
There's our 6-person ladder match. Should we roll to see who wins the ladder match?
Sure.
Okay.
We got to roll like 6 times, I guess, right?
No, not. Yeah. We'll do it quick. KO versus Sammy. You take. Let's do Raw versus SmackDown. So KO versus Ricochet. 1, 2, 3. 9 for KO.
18 for Ricochet.
Good Lord. All right. Sammy versus Morrison. 1, 2, 3. 16 for Sammy.
3.
For more. Oh, dang. Bye, Morrison. Let's see. Sammy goes forward. Kushida versus Bronson Reed. 1, 2, 3. 20. Natural 20 for Kushida.
8.
Good Lord. Sammy versus Ricochet versus Kushida. How the hell are we going to do this? Kushida bypass second round. Sammy versus Ricochet. 1, 2, 3. 19 for Sami
11.
Zayn. All right. Sammy versus Kushida. You take Kushida. 1, 2, 3. 8 for Sammy.
Oh, 7.
Oh, God. Sami Zayn is your winner of the bragging rights ladder match, as it should be.
That's a nice win for him.
Should be. That is a nice win for him, and it's very appropriate.
I would kill to see that match.
I believe that. Yeah, same.
There you go, Martin. Thank you very much, man. Let's see. Next up, Andy Jessup says, "Gentlemen, hope you are good, well, and healthy, and was hoping I could announce that myself, Martin, and Tom are your new European champions, but alas, it was not meant to be."
On penalties. I'm so sorry, Andy.
Yeah. I may be behind the times, but I just recently discovered the very nice but very evil Danhausen. Danhausen, yeah. As his life goal is to be a TV and movie megastar, recast him in the following franchises. Also, if you could do a monologue from the show as him.
I don't know if I have the best Danhausen.
I don't either, really.
Danhausen is a very specific.
He's got the weird kind of thing.
He's got to.
He's
kind of the
like
kind
a
of
little
Danhausen.
goblin.
Danhausen always talks about Danhausen, and especially about how he wants to rule the world.
Star Wars, to start things off.
I would love to. Okay, so Return of the Jedi. Luke enters the throne room. How many of these do we have, by the way, before I get too dramatic about this? Oh, shit.
Like
okay.
15 of them.
Look, I'll get dramatic about this one then.
Maybe do Luke 3 in the future, guys. Just
we'll rip through the rest. It's okay. Don't expect monologues from all of them.
Yeah.
But I just got the idea of Luke, Return of the Jedi, wanders in the Emperor's throne room alongside Darth Vader, and the throne turns around. It's Danhausen in the throne. Yes, your lightsaber, much like your father's. Danhausen appreciates this. Thank you. Look out there. Yes, you see the rebel fleet is lost, and your friends on the Central Valley Moon, they will surely perish soon. Give in to your anger and join your father's place at Danhausen's side.
Wow.
I'm just saying that would be amazing.
That's fantastic. The next one's Lost, and I don't know that I know any kind of. There's the whole thing in the series finale about good versus evil and all this. I don't know. It's been interpreted to hell and back. About what the ending was supposed to mean, and the smoke monster and what that was supposed to represent.
I was gonna say Danhausen is the smoke monster.
Danhausen is the smoke monster.
Danhausen's a smoke monster. Okay,
he doesn't really say anything. So there's your monologue. Yeah. Next up, the MCU. You could give what's the speech that Tony
Loki
gives in Civil War when they're debating whether to sign the Sokovia Accords? I'm trying to.
I've seen the movie twice. I don't remember. I do not remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just immediately think Loki. Danhausen has come to you with glorious purpose. Danhausen, you are meant to kneel before Danhausen as he goes on his magical journey to become a movie and TV star. Yes.
Fantastic. The Office.
Oh, you have to be Dwight. Come on. He's Dwight. Full stop, right? Who else would he be?
Michael Scott.
No.
He's Danhausen, regional manager.
No, I'm sticking with
Dunder
Dwight.
Mifflin, the Danhausen Mifflin Paper Company.
Oh my god. The Danhausen Mifflin Paper Company. Danhausen, if you're listening, you're welcome for the ideas.
Yes.
What else we got?
Top Gun.
Oh Jesus.
He's the admiral on the carrier at the beginning. And yes, Danhausen will have you flying planes full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Yes.
I was gonna have as the Kelly LeBrock role, or whatever the love interest. What's her name?
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock. Yeah, and it was her. Your friend was great. Your friend was great to Danhausen and the rest.
Oh God. He could be
okay,
goose singing "Shake My Nerve," Jerry Lee Lewis in the bar with Meg Ryan.
You can be my Danhausen anytime.
Yeah, there you go. Iceman, nice.
Oh man, what else we got?
Police Academy. He is absolutely the guy with the little whip. The what do you call the thing? The evil, not the commandant, but the captain.
I don't know, man. I would have had him come in later police academies as Bobcat Goldthwait's character. I don't know. I just want to do something, you know. Sorry. Or either that, or he's the hooker that gives the police chief the blowjob under the podium.
Whoa.
What else we got?
Parks and Recreation.
He'd have to be the douche. The douche.
I never watched
on the radio show.
I only saw the meat and eggs, the bacon and eggs guy.
Yeah, the highlights.
I've seen the highlight reels of those. Yeah,
Ron Swanson highlights.
Swanson.
Yeah. Oh no,
that he is my spirit animal, by the way.
He's all of our spirit animals. He's every spirit animal. I'd have them of the douche. Welcome to Danhausen's radio show, and Danhausen would like to show the breasts. What else?
I want to make sure you heard me. I don't think you heard me. Bring me all the bacon and eggs you have.
What is it? Ronhausen?
Ronhausen, yes.
Ronhausen?
Yes.
Ronhausen?
Let's see. This one's for you. The Godfather.
Oh God, who would Danhausen be in the Godfather?
Fredo. No.
Probably
Pacino. Just have him doing a
Yeah,
Pacino.
he would be totally. He'd be Michael Corleone.
I knew it was you, Fredo.
Danhausen knew it was you, Fredo. Danhausen knew it was you all along. Mm-hmm.
He's grabbing him by the head.
But God, Fredo scared me. I'm not scared though, because I'm evil.
The next one is the Arrowverse. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I never got into Green Arrow in the comics. Just was never my thing.
I don't know enough about it to be able to give a good character for that one.
This next one I might be able to. The Matrix.
Oh,
Danhausen is the architect.
He'd have to.
in Revolution, the third one.
Oh my God! Just monologues,
and it's his face all over the screens in the background while he's giving the monologue.
Yes.
Ergo, Danhausen built the
Ergo
Matrix.
Danhausen built the Matrix. Yes.
Ergo.
Ergo, therefore. Wheretofore, heretofore.
Yes.
Theretofore.
Let's see. Twilight.
Oh God, he's Bella Swan, whatever her name is, Bella Thorne. He's her baby. When you get like the shots inside her uterus, it's just like Danhausen's face going. Just like turns towards the camera. What is it? Danhausen is in here having some quiet time.
I was forced to put toothpicks in my eyes and watch that a long time ago, and I just don't remember anything about it, other than diamond skin, twinkle light skin crap. It was just not for me. Final Fantasy.
That's so different from Danhausen shtick. I don't know. I didn't play the new. I didn't play the remake, so I'm still looking. I'm still like in my mind, they're all still polygonal little box troll things running around.
Yeah, and good question, Kyle. Which one?
Yeah, that too.
I instantly go to Final Fantasy VII because that's that, and then 10 is the other one that I love playing.
What else we got?
Saw.
Saw. He's got to be Jigsaw.
Do you want to play a game? Danhausen wants to play a game.
Danhausen would like to play a game. Danhausen has the greatest games. Yes, because they're evil. Evil games. Evil. Oh, it's scared. It's scared. The game scared you. Why are you looking at Danhausen like that?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy.
Of course.
Come on. Just put the glove on him and just any of those movies, give him Freddy's lines.
Puppet Master.
Welcome prime time, bitch.
Yeah.
Puppet Master. He's digging deep. I mean, that movie remakes it retcons its history so many times. I don't even know. Maybe just have it's like a little Danhausen puppet, right? And it's just like, it's just a little puppet that kind of goes around and makes the Danhausen face. He's very evil.
And then finally, any Disney movie.
Ooh, put Danhausen in any Disney movie?
Have you watched Finding Nemo recently?
I mean, I've watched it a bunch.
You remember the goofy shark at the kind of halfway point?
Yeah.
That's Danhausen.
Yeah. He's the Eric Bana shark.
Is that who voiced that? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
I'd have him as the genie in Aladdin.
Oh.
You ain't never had a friend like Danhausen. No, Danhausen's the best friend you ever had. Yes. He promised to release Danhausen on your third wish. And then Danhausen can roam free.
That's good. That's good. Thank you very much, Andy. There you go.
Come on, Al.
I might need to clip that out and send it to Danhausen. That'd be fun. Next up, Alex Washington says, "What's up, Podfathers?" So shout out to
sorry. By the way, sorry to Danhausen for those awful imitations of him. Awful. I feel bad.
Shout out to the most entertaining podcast out doing it today. Yeah. Thank you very much, Alex. Question this week is, how would you book Keith Lee's return? Nick, throw some Nick booking in that. Ha ha.
Put the Nick booking stank on it.
While we're thinking about that, Kyle threw in 100 bits that Danhausen could be Kefka in Final Fantasy VI.
I couldn't do an imitation of it if you tried, but
I don't know.
No. I also seeing Danhausen as Mushu. This movie.
That's some of that anime shit y'all are doing to me again.
Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on your cow. Danhausen sent dishonor.
What about Danhausen as a
evil
Pokemon that evolves?
Danhausenmon.
Danhausenmon.
His final form is just like huge and jacked.
How would you book Keith Lee's return?
Little tiny head. Keith Lee's return. You're the Nick Booker. How would you do it?
Oh. I think it would involve something along the lines of it. So let's stay on the Nick booking train of Big E's going to win Money in the Bank and cash in on Kofi. Right?
Oh God. Okay. All right.
We need somebody else to come in and challenge Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. Keith Lee comes out. Keith Lee, Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
That's how I'd bring him back.
He's the counteractive element to Commander Aziz. Yep. Okay. I see. I'm not bad at that.
Maybe Commander Aziz is beating down Big E or something in a match, or whoever the next opponent is after Big E. And Keith Lee comes out for the save.
One problem. Keith Lee is still a Raw superstar.
I'm putting that aside. You know me. I don't.
don't care about
the
logic or
brand
reality.
split. I don't give, I think it's the dumbest thing.
I would do a very similar thing, except I'd bring him back into a triple threat with Damian Priest and Sheamus.
He was kind of on the road to win that U.S. title.
He was.
Damn. Jacob over in, because we're going to be stuck on it for the rest of the show. Jacob on YouTube says, I'm behind, but Danhausen would be Captain Cold in the Arrowverse.
Take your word for it. I haven't watched it enough.
If you say so, that's one of those that I never got
it.
around to watching, unfortunately. And the seasons just got away from me, and I just...
Yeah. Now there's so much.
By the time they got to like season 27, I was like, I'm not even going to try at this point.
Right.
Thank you very much, Alex. Next up, Dubstep Rob, the BWO Grand Patron
Our
Pick'em
grand
champion.
champion is here. What's up, sir?
Hello, gents. I'm absolutely loving the Jericho and MJF feud, but I also think that this might be Jericho's last feud. And I could definitely see him on the desk. I have an idea on booking it. I'd like your thoughts. Okay. Jericho and MJF have a banger match, just a 30-minute brawl at the end of which Jericho loses and goes out on his back in an ambulance. He's hurt and can't compete, but in real life, he does a summer/fall tour with Fozzy. When he gets back, good old JR is finally shown the door, and Jericho takes over on the desk. He's still able to take bumps, and eventually he and Excalibur win the tag team titles for a couple of weeks, but he's mainly on the desk. Love it, hate it. Essentially, how do you get JR out and Jericho in, Dubstep Rob?
Did I just find out that Dubstep Rob is just a pseudonym for Vince Russo? What are you doing? What in the
Jerico
world?
dons a luchador mask, and he and Excalibur form Los Luchas Libres, and you know they win the tag AEW.
The Libreist Luchas.
El Libertad, and they go in and they beat the Young Bucks for the tag team championships. Yeah.
Oh God. I like the idea. Let's go by. Let's take this part one by one. Jericho and MJF have a banger 30-minute brawl. Love it. Jericho's hurt, can't compete, goes off for a summer tour with Fozzy. Love it. The idea of JR retiring and someone good taking over the desk. Also a fan. That's where we diverge.
Right.
Because I don't think in a million years that Jericho is anywhere near to being done. The guy still puts on way too good of matches. His body's in still way too good a shape. His mind's still in too good of a shape. He's still too hungry, and also
he's also over as hell.
Over as hell. But then also there's one thing that is nearly universally true about pro wrestlers, and that is that it's goddamn addicting to go out there and get that crowd reaction.
You can see it glowing in his face every time.
Time and time and time again, we see wrestlers who, quote, retire and cannot stay retired because they need that fix one more time. It's literally a fix. It's literally an endorphin rush, an adrenaline rush. Taking bumps it also gives you a rush. It literally is an addiction. And I don't think Jericho's anywhere near the point where he needs to retire, let alone mentally is ready to retire. The guy is at a point now where, he's getting his ego fed by every angle. And everything that he's doing is pretty much successful. So he's got no reason to retire or stop having matches, rather. So no, I very vehemently disagree with that concept that he's on his way out.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. I do think the desk is too busy. I don't think we need to add or replace anybody. I just think if you remove JR and you just let Excalibur call play-by-play and Tony call color, it would be a beautiful thing. And then have your Taz's and your Don Callis's and your Eddie Kingstons come by the desk every now and then. I think that would be beautiful.
Bring in Danhausen for a night. Danhausen would be a great commentator. He'd bring a wonderful touch of sinister evil to the desk.
Yeah. God. It's going to live on forever. Sorry, Grand Champ. I don't think. I think you're half right there. I think it would be cool to have him go off for a while and come back, especially if he does get beaten by MJF and Pinnacle is kind of doing what Inner Circle has done for the last year, and just kind of running the shop. Then we can see that, and he can go off and do his tour with Fozzy, come back in a big surprise return.
If he goes away for a little while, if he sits on the desk for a while, whatever, he ain't done.
No,
he ain't done.
Thank you, Dubstep Rob. Next
Thank
up,
you, brother.
Patrick Kennedy says, "Hey guys, hope you and your loved ones are happy and healthy. My question this week is, do you think that NXT should have a Money in the Bank ladder match and their own briefcase? I feel that could be another good tool that NXT would use properly to bring up new talent instead of the way it has gone the last few years on main roster."
I like the so here's the thing. The concept of Money in the Bank, arguably created by Jericho, is a great concept. The idea that you like the plot that can create, the storylines that can create by having someone who can cash in a title shot is a really awesome storyline to have in a wrestling company. It's a great ace in the hole, ace up your sleeve, break in case of emergency, or even more. It can be a bunch of things.
Look what they did with Otis and Miz and all that stuff earlier this year, just to move it around.
Again, backing up into a storyline, but still, but it created intrigue and it created storylines. I was thinking more of Nick, one of yours and my favorite promotions, Lucha Underground, and they had the Gift of the Gods belt, which think about how many matches had stakes because of the way that they created that concept.
Because of the discs that you had, the metal.
You have seven medallions.
Yeah. 7
medallions. These medallions can be won via matches or via special opportunities, as given by whoever's booking it.
Cueto.
Usually, spin the wheel, make a deal.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Oh, God, I miss it so much. But so you had 7 people get these medallions, and the medallions all fit into a belt. And then to get the belt, those 7 people would have to compete with each other to figure out who got the belt. You had weeks of storylines and matches with consequences right there. And I feel like NXT would be well served by creating a similar concept where there was some sort of, like, you had to pass through trials to get involved in the picture to get the thing that could then get you a title shot.
And then they fought over the medallions.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, the medallions could be traded off. Once you got the belt could be lost. All kinds of things could happen. And the belt, it wouldn't be a cash in any time. You'd have to announce, okay, I'm going to have it had to be an honorable match. And so you'd have to say, next week I want you. I got the belt. I want my title shot next week, right? I'm not saying do exactly that for NXT. Obviously, that concept has been done. What I'm saying is that NXT coming up with something that would create weeks and weeks of storyline, unlike Money in the Bank, which is one event, and then maybe very rarely do you have the briefcase get defended later on, like they do in New Japan, right? The winner of the G1 has to defend the briefcase a couple of times usually. So, as and the G1, you have an entire month-long tournament to get the briefcase. It's the biggest event New Japan has, and it's coming up in September, and I'm so excited. But NXT needs to do something like that, something that is more involved than a single match. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Gift of the Gods thing would be brilliant in NXT, or something similar to that.
Something similar, yeah.
He says, "P.S. Have you guys seen the Tomorrow War yet? I thought it was phenomenal." I have seen it. It is absolutely phenomenal. And if the first 10 minutes doesn't just like hook you, it is so good. It's held together by Chris Pratt. Like he's the glue that holds the thing together.
I'll be damned.
It's a sci-fi movie. I won't say anything more about that other than that. But all I know is 5-star phenomenal. It was fan-freaking-tastic.
About 10 blocks from my house, on the corner of Venice and La Cienega, there is what I can only describe as a billboard shrine to this movie. There's at least 10 billboards. It's a big-ass intersection. It's 2 8-lane roads coming together in this massive intersection. There's billboards all around it, and they're pretty much all Tomorrow War. And there's, I think, only one that's just like one of the other actors and then the chick from Handmaid's Tale. And everything else has Chris Pratt on it.
Yeah. And
I'll be goddamned if every time I see Chris Pratt in these posters, whether he's kind of pensively looking off into the horizon, we don't know what he's looking at, or like looking confused and kind of down to the right of the camera, I can't help but see Burt Macklin, FBI, in all of them. And I know you don't, because you haven't seen all of Parks and Rec, Nick, so you don't quite get that reference. But that's Chris Pratt on that show would oftentimes like have like a secret character he called Burt Macklin, FBI. He'd always just drop into, and it was completely goofy. And I can't help but see Burt Macklin, Tomorrow War.
You should watch it, and you know where you can watch it.
I do indeed.
Yeah. Have a great week, phenomenal ones, and I apologize for the copyright infringement on the Peace, Love, and Fried Chicken. I don't remember who said it, but have your people call my people, and we'll do an out-of-court settlement. Yes, arbitration over the rights to use Peace, Love, and Fried Chicken. That would be one Mr. Martin Welch, Patrick, just in case you wanted to know. Thank you very much, Patrick. Next up, the Mullet King himself, Mr. Brandon Monroe, says, hey, great ones, enjoy the little things. When is MJF getting the world title and fantasy book the story from where he is now? Goodbye and good night.
Oh, my.
Bang.
Bang. Thank
you, Brandon.
Mr. Mullet King.
So fantasy book MJF getting to the world title. That's pretty easy. He's Hangman's.
Oh.
He's the one to take it off of Hangman after Hangman takes it off Kenny.
Wow.
Yeah.
When would that be? How long has Hangman had the title?
Let's say Double or Nothing next year.
So relatively early.
Within a year. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of babyfaces having short title runs.
Agreed.
And heels having long title
Agreed.
runs. So I think Hangman should keep it maybe for like a major pay-per-view and then lose it at the next one. So MJF's got at least one more pay-per-view with Jericho.
All Out.
Probably till All Out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they've got what's the one in November? Full Gear.
And then have MJF start dismantling the Dark Order, who are Hangman's buddies.
The Pinnacle.
And Hangman
dismantling.
Sure. Yeah. And then Hangman's basically like the final guy who comes in and is like finally comes to defend them. And MJF, bastard that he is. Sorry, that's Pac. Asshole that he is. Comes along and ultimately tricks Hangman into losing the belt because as we know, evil always triumphs because good is dumb.
There you go, Brandon. Thank you very much, man. Let's see. Next up, Mr. J. Reyes says, hey, guys, what's up? First, I'd like to make a small correction to a statement from a few days ago. No kicking dirt or throwing cold water on my fellow phenomenal ones. It's all love always. Just posting a point. The genre and art form of hip-hop and rap doesn't lend itself to lip-syncing. It's just how the genre works. There is no lip-syncing in rap. It's hard enough to remember a verse as you say them, especially how fast Swerve was doing them, and if he didn't fully memorize them without having to do it out loud. Rappers have hype men for a reason. If so, there's someone on the stage with you that can rap the lyrics, so even if you lose your place, they know where you are. They aren't just to hype up the crowd and go, yo, yo, put your hands up. Even if a rapper doesn't have a hype man, I'm assuming this goes back to us saying that, or there was allegations that Swerve was lip syncing.
Yeah.
All right. Even if a rapper doesn't have a hype man with them, they use a backing track, probably. No cold water or shots thrown, just love and fun. Second, my question for this week.
Well, hold on. Let's stop and address that real quick. That was actually posed by someone who was in attendance live.
Yeah.
So it's yes, Jay, you are correct on all your points. I'm going to say that the issue is still kind of unfinished. Like we may never know. I'd like to think he was doing it live. I'm on your side where I'm like, yeah, I would love to think that Swerve was actually doing it. Someone who was there live said that he wasn't. That they thought that he was lip syncing it. So for me, the jury is still out.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's conclusive either way.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Second, my question for this week is something about something someone asked from a few weeks ago. Movies and television shows that had kick-ass moments of badass inspiration, such as Iron Man finally saying "Avengers Assemble." Now that was Captain America that said "Avengers Assemble." Or Sigourney Weaver telling the mother alien to stay away from her daughter, or Arnold in Terminator saying "Hasta la vista, baby." I have a few. In the Farscape movie, as Crichton and the others are making their big escape to board Moya the ship, a dying Ka Dargo says a phrase from Earth. He heard John say, "Who's your daddy?" I don't know these. Do you know these?
This is it's basically he heard John say, "Who's your daddy?" And then Dargo, as he's basically holding everyone off and allows them to escape, he goes, "I'm your daddy." And it's like it's cool because he's still like he doesn't get what it means, but it's like he's picking up on it. It is a cool moment. He's right. It is a cool moment.
It was triumphant due to Dargo getting an Earth phrase correct while showing he is a badass as he dies taking out aliens left and right. Also, the scene in Buffy at one of the final episodes, spoiler alert, where Willow makes it so that there are more potential Slayers to help fight. As Willow's doing the spell, Buffy is giving a speech about how every woman has the potential will be a Slayer. I don't remember it exactly, but it was really cool. Is there any more you guys know? I thought it was pretty cool.
I'm getting the feeling, Jay, that was at least 3 different Joss Whedon moments there.
Hey,
so
is somebody a Joss Whedon fan, perhaps?
Joss Whedon's got his number, I guess. I guess it was only 2, but because Avengers was begun by Joss Whedon, but I guess that not that one he referenced, but. Yeah. I guess no, Farscape wasn't. I was thinking it was Firefly. You're right, Farscape. Okay, so 1 Joss Whedon moment. Never mind. But Joss Whedon definitely has a couple really good ones in his stuff. Any other badass moments? We kind of did this last week. Didn't
we rattled a whole bunch of them off last week.
Yeah,
I'm blanking right now, trying to remember what we already said last week.
I mean, he's right. Pretty much anytime you hear like someone like an action movie, pun line. Like Arnold was famous for those back in the day. Remember?
Yeah.
Stick around. Yeah. Stick around. Your luggage. Remember, Harrison Ford even has one. Get off of my plane.
Yeah. That was a big moment. One. Yeah.
That's such a good one. God.
Air Force One is such an underrated action flick.
Wolfgang Peterson, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't do bad films. I mean, obviously, Die Hard. There's like 8. There's like 8. There's like 8 moments in one movie that are just like, awesome. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
It's a very nice suit. It'd be a shame to ruin it, Mr. Takagi.
Mr. Takagi. He's all limping down him towards the end. Hans! Hans!
Welcome to the party, pal, when he throws the dead body out onto the car.
Come on, welcome to the party, pal I use that all the time. I can see Nakatomi Plaza from my window, so. Let's any other quick ones that you could think of?
Not that are coming to mind right away. I was trying to think of recent movies that I watched that have those. Yeah. No. Nothing's coming to mind.
End of Army of Darkness. Hey, she bitch. Over here.
Give me some sugar, baby. The old Klaatu.
Bad.
Frata.
I'm the guy with the This is my boomstick. Yeah, this is turning into a reference thing, but yeah, it's
Nick and Ian just spouting off random lines.
Spouting off movie lines. Yay! All right, there you go, Jay. Yes, no, I love those moments too. I think we did a ton of them last week.
Yeah.
I just need to thought of the one from Hellraiser where she just goes, "Go to hell."
Thanks.
Go to hell. Yeah. Great one-liner there.
Speaking of punny lines, Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, he's got a million of them, doesn't he?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jay. Next up, Josh Logan says, "Hello, you great fathers of the pod.
Hello.
I'm not sure if this has been asked before because I'm behind, but I task you with recasting the new Mortal Kombat movie with wrestlers."
I think we did the old one.
Like
we didn't do the new. We did the old one. We didn't do the new Mortal Kombat.
Well, I mean, they're the same because we were just using the different characters. We were just casting the different characters in the Mortal Kombat diverse.
I don't remember. It was a long time
ago.
We did 90 of these, man. I don't remember how long ago it was.
Are we doing Mortal Kombat again?
We did do it.
Let me finish reading what he said. Behind the
okay.
behind the test, we recasting more. If that had been done, then since we're at the halfway mark, who are your early Royal? Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
We've already done Mortal Kombat. Somebody out there might know what episode it was. I don't remember.
But we did do it.
We have done it. If that had been done, please. Who are your early Royal Rumble winner predictions?
Royal Rumble for next year.
I mean, it's 5 months, 6 months, 5.5 months away.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. What do you think, Nick?
God.
I mean, you're calling Big E to win Money in the Bank. It's one or the other for me, for Big E. You called Keith Lee, by the way.
I know. That's what I was. We'll see. To be determined. What ends up happening with Mr. Lee? Still no news on that, really. They keep kind of saying he's okay. We'll let you know as soon as we can. I'm wondering if it's some kind of bereavement at this point. If it's did he lose a family member? Or did something?
Some sort of injury, maybe like a weird hernia or something. I don't even know. It's so bizarre that he doesn't like he. But it seems like he's not allowed to talk about it. That's what's odd. You know. So I know that they were having some sort of litigation with his name. It's all very strange.
Offer Karrion Kross out there.
So soon? Damn! You must think Vince is going to like him.
Yeah.
This is main eventing WrestleMania. That's a very small number of dudes that could be. And we can do women too.
You want the
women's
scary
Royal
one?
Rumble as well. Brock
Jackson
Lesnar.
Riker. And I say that outside of all.
Would you? Oh, come on. Would you be serious?
Thanks, Lance. Yeah. So I mean, you're thinking Big E if he doesn't win Money in the Bank.
If he doesn't win Money in the Bank, I could see Big E doing it. If he does win Money in the Bank, I could see Brock doing it. Like a face Brock Lesnar. Like if sticking with Ian booking, Brock Lesnar comes back, gets in Bobby Lashley's face at Money in the Bank, match at SummerSlam, feud through the fall. Maybe he wins the title, maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's interference, gets drafted around, whatever. I can see Brock Lesnar winning it. He's shown that he's dominant in the past. That's not my final answer. That's just I'm thinking of.
Oh, I think I got it.
Okay, who do you got?
The Rock.
No, not this year. It'll be next year. And he won't win the Money in the Bank. He doesn't, or the Royal Rumble. He doesn't have to.
Talk about popping the crowd, coming out at number 30 and just seeing Roman shit his pants for the next 3 months as he goes straight for him.
He doesn't need to. But this is what we always say. Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. Have someone who doesn't need it, or have someone who needs it win it. Don't have someone who doesn't need it win it, right? If someone's already going to get that shot, you don't need that story device. You're wasting a story device. Rock can walk back into WWE, just look at Roman sideways, raise an eyebrow, and he's got a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
You want your other storyline, whatever one isn't your main storyline, your other one can be the person who wins Royal Rumble. Or that can be your main one, like with Drew and Brock last year, right? But it's still, that's got to be like the journey storyline. So Big E needs that little boost to get to the main event. That's why it would be good for Big E, Keith Lee, Damian Priest, guys like that.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Rock doesn't need it. Brock arguably doesn't need it, but he could be coming back in as a lesser Brock than he was
be a
before.
red herring,
and then
you
that
know?
goes, exactly. So, I mean, I think we've named off some of the likely ones. What are some like outside possibilities? Damian Priest, I would say, would be an outside possibility. Matt Riddle would be an outside possibility, depending on if they keep pushing him.
I would put Jackson Riker in an outside possibility.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shaved his beard, cut all his hair off. Yeah.
He's going to get eaten alive by fans when things go live again.
I don't know.
I'm
not convinced of that. I'm not convinced of that.
Chat, can you help me with him? Would you help me with it? Would you stop him? Good Lord. All right. This is gone off the rails now. Leave Jackson Riker out of this.
Leave Jackson Riker alone.
No, leave him out of this, man.
Okay.
We're trying to be serious here.
Okay.
Drake Maverick could win.
I mean, he did pretty good at Fight Island.
He did. And if Jackson Riker gets a hold of the magic dice here, he also might win Royal Rumble. Okay?
How far down the rabbit hole of the Forbidden Door do we potentially want to go?
It's WWE, not far at all.
I don't know. They've been talking.
Braun Strowman could get re-signed and win it.
That's not a bad call. And he'd be a great opponent for whoever has the WWE Championship on Raw. You know?
The Fiend could return and win it.
I don't know if there's enough stock left in that.
I'm throwing stuff out there. I'm throwing stuff out there.
That's a wild and crazy one.
Okay, Jackson Riker.
No, I mean, I was in the category of, who's a stretch.
Okay. That's a stretch.
Yeah, there's not many more none of the little guys are going to win it, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I think
not
even Riddle's a stretch, but he's getting pushed to the friggin' moon right now.
Riddle's a complete stretch. They'd have to go on a journey with him over the next few months to get there.
I think he's a strong candidate for Money in the Bank.
With the storyline they're on now, Seth could win it again.
Yeah. Seth wouldn't be a bad call to win the Rumble and go challenge, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Any women's come to mind?
Women's. The obvious ones. Bianca.
Do we hold off
Rhea.
on Becky's return till Rumble? And she's number 30.
No, man, Becky's coming back at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's what I think.
They're not keeping that in their pants. What other women are there that they could have win the Rumble?
She's looking jacked, by the way. She's posting workout photos and shit on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Good
no.
Lord. She's ready.
She took the time off to come back. Hot. Sasha has yet to win a Rumble. Throwing that out there.
Liv Morgan.
Just saying. Oh my God. So Sasha Banks has not won a Rumble, and they have plenty of time to kind of refresh her character before getting there. I think that would get her back in the main event of WrestleMania. So I definitely think Sasha Banks is a strong contender.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Josh. There you go. And I hope somebody can point you in the direction of the where the Mortal Kombat recasting was. If not, I'll take a skim through and see if I can find it. Let's see. Finally, Chris Costanza says was watching the G.I. Joe cartoon movie. Recast the movie using current or past wrestlers.
Oh man.
Hang on, I gotta pull the cast up. I haven't watched the cartoon movie in good God, I don't know. I've watched the series several times, but I don't remember the last time I watched the actual cartoon movie.
Charlotte Flair, dye her hair red and make her Scarlet.
I was gonna cast JB in that role, but
obviously. Yeah, I'm pulling up the cast here too.
There were the main ones. You had what was it, Hawk and Gung Ho, Scarlet, Storm Shadow, and
I admit I was never a big G.I. Joe guy. I've only ever seen this movie once.
I was.
Well, then you're going to take the lead on this. I know Cobra Commander. I know Destro. I had the little Destro toy. That was about the only G.I. Joe I ever really had. My parents were not into me watching militaristic cartoons where people die. Even though they never really died, they kind of jumped out of planes right before they exploded. But they let me watch Robotech, where people did die. And it was also
G.I. Joe was basically like stormtroopers. They're beep, 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 beep. They'd shoot but never actually hit anything.
Right. So they were like, no, you can't watch G.I. Joe because it's too militaristic and people die. But Robotech was cool. Very strange childhood. Okay.
You had Duke. You had Cobra Commander.
Who's Cobra Commander? Cobra Commander. MJF. Yes.
Yes.
Right. I mean, just
I'll buy that for $1. You had
Destro.
Mindbender.
Destro. I would put as Dustin Rhodes.
Yes, because he even looks like him.
Looks like him. Paint him silver.
Jericho is Dr. Mindbender. Just kind of
okay.
crazy looking.
Sergeant Slaughter is Sergeant Slaughter.
Yes.
The Fridge is the Fridge.
There was Lady J, Quick
Keith
Kick,
Lee is Roadblock.
Gung Ho. Keith Lee is Gung Ho.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
Globulus?
actually, no, it might be Roadblock. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find the characters, but all it's showing me is the voice actor cast. Beachhead was another one. Law, that's one I was trying to think of.
So who's Duke? Cody?
That's not bad.
He's got the hair.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm struggling here because I can't remember all the character names, and all I can find is
Same.
voice actor names. I mean, obviously Peter Cullen was huge in that time for just about anything animated in the 80s. Fun fact, I think he even did the Predator noises. So the guy that does Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen,
what a voice on that guy.
does the Predator, right?
That was gross.
Thank you. Serpentor and Snake Eyes, he says. Snake Eyes, I'm going to go...
Okay, Bobby Lashley is Roadblock.
Kushida. Snake Eyes is Kushida. Kind of looks like him, too.
Okay. John Morrison is Monkey Wrench.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Serpentor.
I don't know. Who's Serpentor?
I'm trying to remember. He's like he rides like this hovercraft sort of scooter thing. He wears like this big hood that's got like a cobra hood on it. I don't know. I don't remember.
You put Jeff Cobb back in his Matanza mask. He can be Crocmaster.
There you yeah. Let's see. Serpentor. Vince McMahon.
That's good shit, pal.
I used to have one of his action figures.
Tatanka is Raptor.
Okay.
Seth Rollins is Sneak Peek. Anyway, I'm working off of like a very blurry picture of a bunch of characters here.
Yeah. There's a Wikipedia page of like all of them in alphabetical order, and there are, I'm scrolling, 182.
Okay, so the real question is, who's Snake Eyes?
Kushida.
Okay. We don't want to make it like, I don't know, Ibushi.
Okay, sure. He's just a little too jacked to be a ninja.
What are you talking about? Have you ever seen American Ninja?
I'm not talking about American Ninja.
I'm talking about, come on, man. Ibushi could absolutely be a ninja.
Right.
Get out of here.
Right.
Too jacked.
I've seen Miami Connection. I mean, they're all ninjas.
But how do you be too jacked to be a ninja?
By the way, you have to play Miami
Too
Connection
jacked.
at the bar one night.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have. Actually.
I love that film.
Oh, my, it's so ridiculous. All right. So any more G.I. Joes you want to cast? Wasn't there actually an actual G.I. Joe character?
No. It was the name of the organization. Joe.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure there wasn't a G.I. Joe?
No.
Google G.I. Joe character.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page of 182 characters that were in the show. So Cobra was the terrorist organization. G.I. Joe was the special forces outfit
I
of the
understand
military.
that. I'm pretty sure there was actually a character named G.I. Joe because I'm looking at him right now. He looks a hell of a lot like Wade Barrett.
I think you might be looking at, was it Hawk? General Hawk? Or General Flag,
no, it's
maybe?
It's literally, he's in a blue suit with a tie.
Blue suit with a tie.
Yes.
No. There was absolutely no character named G.I. Joe.
Okay.
No.
Bray Wyatt as Road Pig.
Road Pig? I don't know if I know Road Pig.
I'm literally looking at just a picture of a whole bunch of G.I. Joe characters. I don't know any of them because, like I said, I barely watched
There's
the
Road
show.
Block and Ripcord.
There's Road Pig.
And Robo
There's
Joe
Road
and
Pig.
Rock and Roll, but there's no Road Pig.
He's got a hammer made out of a cinder block because the 80s.
I have no idea who Road Pig is.
They're telling me that I'm looking at a thing right here. Number 80, G.I. Joe, the top 100 G.I. Joe characters of all time, as voted on by the Tank. Number 80, G.I. Joe. Literally says it right.
There was an action figure from like the 40s and 50s off the back of World War II that they just called G.I. Joe as a persona. It was one of those very tall action figures.
I mean, again, this is number 80. So it's not like he's high on the list of characters. There's a million characters in G.I. Joe.
I've got the Wikipedia page up of all of them. There's 182 of them.
Good Lord. Well, number 80 apparently was G.I. Joe. All right, let's do a couple more and get out of here. Lady J.
All right.
Lady J.
Becky.
Who plays Lady J?
Becky.
I was going to say Britt Baker.
Britt Baker works too. Yeah.
Dr. Mindbender. Looks at...
Who's a very cerebral competitor? He's the one that's trying to get all the he's basically making universal soldiers. He's trying to implant stuff. Destro's got him doing all these dastardly things.
Dutch Mantell.
Okay.
JB can be Zorana.
Costanza says Bray Wyatt for Mindbender. I like that.
I'm not bad at that either. Doesn't have the... I mean, I guess he could shave his head and get the mustache.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think that's enough. We'll be here all night.
There's so many... I had no idea there's this many G.I. Joe characters.
Oh, yeah, dude. You should go watch the cartoon animated series.
Why?
It's awesome. It's 80s animated series throwback stuff. It's fantastic.
Okay. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
You
guys want me to go watch all this anime Japanese shit that I don't understand?
Well, you're genuinely missing out.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions for us today?
That is it.
Oh, my goodness.
We're at the end.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for asking your questions today. We appreciate you guys sending them in. As always, you can go over to patreon.com/BWO or YouTube, sign up for one of our reward tiers, and then you too can ask questions to be answered on the show and make us go look at characters from old cartoons and try to recast them as wrestlers or whatever else you wanted to have us do. We will dutifully do it because it means that you guys are paying this show to be on the air. You're helping us keep the show going. And it is immensely, immensely appreciated. You guys have no idea how much it does help us do all of this stuff for you. Thank you very much. As always, linktree.com/BWO for all your other BWO things, merch, discussion groups, Discord, etc., etc. And as always, we will be back Friday night after SmackDown to do our recap of SmackDown, AEW, and NXT, plus give our picks for Sunday's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, Nick.
And recapping the pay-per-view immediately after it goes off air on Sunday.
Well,
so
we will be doing
make sure
that
you get
too.
into the Discord. Join us for the live chat that'll be going down for Money in the Bank on Sunday.
There's going to be fans all week.
All the time.
All week.
Yes.
There's going to be people at AEW, people at SmackDown, people at Money in the Bank.
NXT? Well, we had NXT tonight. I don't know if they're...
No, they don't.
They
don't. Well, I mean, they have
some fans.
They kind of have fans. Yeah. It's still weird there.
Yeah. I that's the one that I think I missed the most is...
We're not seeing Anna in the chat, so I don't think she's out yet.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, until Friday, my name is Nick Howell. I messed that one up. My name is Nick Howell. You can find me on Twitter at DataCenterDude.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Ian Dangerous.
But by God!
Would somebody stop the damn match and save Nick?
This show is part of the Orbital Jigsaw Network. For more episodes, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher Radio. For details and show notes from each episode, check us out, orbitaljigsaw.com.